All right, good morning, everyone. So let's go ahead and get started in our seated posture. You can sit cross-legged, you can stretch a leg out if you need to, whatever feels comfortable for you. The most important thing is that you're sitting up with a nice straight back. It makes it easier to take a deep breath and helps you to sort of relax the shoulders as well. So let's just place the hands either into your lap or you can put them on your knees. Close your eyes for a moment. And take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. And then focus on your posture, on your awareness. Lengthen from the base of the spine, up your back, through the neck, all the way up through the top of your head. And start to relax down through the forehead, around your eyes, through the face. Relax your jaw. Relax down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center. Down through the abdomen, through your lower back, relax your hips all the way down the legs, through your feet and your toes. And now bring your awareness to your breathing. Count the length of your inhale, count to yourself the length of your exhale, and even out your breath. And I want you to just notice how you feel as your breath starts to slow down and deepen, become even. You may notice that your mind becomes a little quieter. Good, and it's from this quiet space we're going to start our yoga. So you can bring your chin forward, let your head hang down. Draw your chest up towards your chin and just stretch to the back of your neck, to your shoulders. And then roll your head gently to one side. Let the ear just hang towards your shoulder. Relax your jaw. And around to the back. Let your head go back. And slowly over to the other side. And let your head come back down to the front. And we'll do a few circles. Inhale, roll your head to the back. And then exhale, come back to the front. Do the same number of circles to each side. Just take your time. Let your jaw be relaxed. Sometimes if you have a tight jaw, if you clench your teeth at night, that can also be caused by or associated with just a real tight neck and upper shoulder. So we're going to try to stretch that today. So when you're done with neck rolls, let your head hang down, clasp your hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head. You're adding a little weight to the stretch and just hold. Good, let your head come back up. One hand on the head, the other one on your leg. Gently draw the ear toward the shoulder and hold. Just relax that opposite shoulder. And then let's switch, let's do the other side. Good, and let your head come back to center, and then let's turn the head gently from side to side, back and forth. One more time. Good, let your head come back to center. All right, let's bring the arms up. We're gonna wrap one arm under the other or one elbow inside of the other. You can do either arm, okay? Try to get one arm inside of the other. If you can't, it's okay to do this. And then back to back with the hands, wrap them around again if you can, and then just draw those elbows up. And just notice how you feel. Pay attention to the stretch across your upper back in 2, 3. Good. Inhale, exhale, let your elbows come down and untwist. And let's do the other side. Bring the arms up. Wrap those arms around again and draw the elbows upward and hold. Focus on your breath. Good, and relax. Go ahead and let those arms go down and stretch it out. Reach out and up, inhale, stretch. Nice deep breath. Turn the palms upward and stretch. Inhale, as you exhale, lean to one side. And then inhale as you come up, exhale over. Inhale to center and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good, and come on back and let's draw back slightly with those arms and stretch. Good, let the fingertips touch. Inhale, exhale, let your arms come out and down. And now you're gonna take those hands behind your back. Clasp your hands together, gently roll your shoulders back and just hold for a moment. Good, and relax and now reach forward. Take your fingertips, touch your shoulders, and let's go in, back, and around. So make nice big circles with your shoulders. And again, just keep the jaw relaxed, the face relaxed. Good, let's change direction. Good, and relax. Let your arms come down. You can stretch your legs out in front of you for a moment. Just kind of rock your feet in and out. Relax those hips. All right. Good, let's do a little hip stretch before we get onto our hands and knees. So I'm just gonna move my blanket off to the side. Okay. In this posture, we'll start by tucking one heel in, have the other foot out in front of you, and you want to line up your heels, and they're going to be about a foot apart. Okay, sit up tall, inhale. As you exhale, lean forward. And just take your time and gently stretch. You're going to feel this in your hip and lower back. Take a deep breath. Good, and you can stretch over to one side just a little bit, and then over to the other side. And back to center. Go ahead and come on up. Let's switch the legs around. Tuck your heel in, have the other foot out in front. And same thing on this side. Inhale, exhale as you lean forward into the stretch. Good, and then we'll stretch over to one side. And then over to the other. And then come back to center. And go ahead and bring yourself up. And stretch those legs out in front of you. And rock your feet in. Good. All right, we'll come on to the hands and knees. We're going to start with our cat and dog tail stretch. Those of you that just joined, I do want to use a belt today. So if you have a tie, a bathrobe belt, a dish towel, something like that, we'll be doing some exercises today with the belt. Okay, but to start, let's come on to the hands and knees. If you need extra padding, feel free to put your blanket under your knees. Hands are always, fingers are always spread wide when we put the hands flat on the mat, so the weight is distributed through your whole hand. And when you're ready, just tuck your chin in. Exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, and really stretch. You're pulling your stomach up slightly under the rib cage as you exhale, and then inhale, arch your back, look up. Nice deep breath. Exhale as you tuck your chin in. Inhale as you arch and look up. Good. One more. Inhale as you look up. And exhale. Round your back and shoulders. Good. Inhale. And with your next exhale, hips go back to the heels. So you're sitting towards the heels, reach out through the fingertips, draw your forehead towards the mat. Okay, doesn't matter if the hips touch the heels, we just want to get your forehead down. And then you could rock your hips a little bit from side to side if that feels good, and just relax your back. All right, we're going to do a downward dog. So I want your hands just a little bit wider than the shoulders, fingers spread wide, palms flat on the mat. You're going to come up onto your hands and knees, let your toes curl under, lift your hips and gently stretch your hips back, okay? You want to bend one knee, try to push the opposite heel down to your mat and alternate your legs back and forth. Nice deep breath. Good. Let's bring the shoulders forward. Let your knees touch down to the mat. We're going to stretch out your back. So sit towards that left heel. Twist and reach over to the right and stretch. And 2, 3, and 4. Good, and come right back up. We're on the hands and knees. You're going to switch over, sit towards that right heel, and twist over to the left and stretch. And 2, 3, and 4. And come back to center, back onto the hands and knees. We're going to press back into the downward dog again and stretch. Good. And let's bring the shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat. We'll move through the cobra. So we're going to do a little stretch for the back. Okay. So you want your shoulders over your hands, not back like this, okay, but over the hands, and then just bend the elbows and bring your stomach down, right down onto the mat. Then peel your chest up gently. Try to keep your shoulders back so they're not hunching up by the ears, and then press onto the hands and knees. Now, one variation is just to bring your hips to your heels, okay? The other variation is to come into downward dog. So giving you 2 variations for this posture. So we're going to do that again.
And if you are in the half tortoise, just come up onto your hands and knees. If you're in the downward dog, bring your shoulders forward, let your knees touch down, bring your chest down. As you exhale and then inhale, peel up into cobra. Exhale, you can go back into the half tortoise or back into the downward dog. So we're going to do that 2 more times. We're going to follow the breath. So inhale, shoulders forward. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Inhale, peel up into cobra. Exhale, back into down dog or half tortoise. You don't have to do the down dogs. 1 more. Inhale, shoulders forward. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Peel up into cobra. And back to down dog. Good. If you're in the down dog, go ahead and bring your shoulders forward, knees touch down. Let's draw the hips back to the heels again, right back into that half tortoise. And relax for a moment. You can open and close your fingers and fists a few times. Stretch out those hands. If it feels good to rock your hips from side to side, go ahead and do that. Good, and then we'll come up under the hands and knees. This is a nice segue into the pigeon pose, so we can work with the hips. You draw your right knee up, turn the heel in, so that heel comes towards your left hip bone. You're going to draw your left leg back, and then inhale as you look forward, and exhale as you come on down. So you can rest on your elbows, forearms, or go ahead and bring your forehead all the way down. I like to rock a little bit in this posture, especially if my hips feel tight. All right, so you can experiment with that and just focus on your breathing again. With each nice slow inhale, as you exhale, it's like you're softening or relaxing into the posture. All right, your body's starting to relax. Good, and then go ahead and bring your chest up. We're going to add to the stretch. I'm going to have you take your back knee and just bend it for a moment. Okay, if you want to go further, so I'm bending my left knee, I'm going to take the left hand and reach for the foot. But you might not be able to reach your foot, and that's okay. You can just bend the knee. Good. So release that. Let's go ahead and do the downward dog and stretch it out. Do a little runner stretch. And now let's do the other hip, the other side. So bring the shoulders forward, knees down. You're going to draw your knee up, turn the heel in, stretch your leg back, and then inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you come on down, and go ahead and relax and rest again. And just take a nice deep breath. And relax on this side as well. Good, and bring your chest up. Let's bend that back knee. You're going to get a good stretch just from bending it. Some of you might reach back on the same side with your hand and hold that foot if that works for you. Good. And relax. 1 more time. It's a lot of downward dogs today, so go ahead and stretch back. We're going to build up some good arm strength. All right, from here, shoulders forward, knees down to the mat, hips back to your heels. And relax. And bring yourself up into kneeling posture. Let's do a posture for the hips, the inner thigh muscles. What you're going to do is open your knees wide on your mat. And if you're on a hard floor, you want to make sure you have a towel or blanket or you can turn on your mat. You want to make sure you have something soft under your knees, okay? So you're opening those knees as wide as you can. Sit up nice and tall and then come forward and start by, see if you can get down onto your elbows. Okay, if you're comfortable on the elbows, you might be able to get your forehead down onto your forearms. You go just a little deeper into that stretch and just hold for a moment. Again, focus on your breathing. Okay, and then help yourself up. Use your hands. Go ahead and draw those knees in, right? For just a moment. Let's curl the toes under. Stretch your feet. And then from here, we'll come on up to our standing posture. Good. And if you've got that belt handy or towel, go ahead and grab that. I'm just going to adjust the camera slightly so you can see what I'm doing in the standing pose. All right. So let's start with a shoulder stretch. I like to do the, it's called the cow face posture for the shoulders. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to turn around so we're facing the same direction. I'm going to use the right hand, hold on to the belt, reach up and bend at the elbow so that your hand is facing your back, and then take your opposite hand. So my left hand, I'm going to gently touch the elbow, and you can see this, and gently draw it up and back. And then take your opposite hand. So this is my left hand. I'm going to reach back and grab the belt, just like this. Okay. And just hold. Breathe. And notice where you're feeling that stretch in your arms, your shoulders. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and relax. Let your arm come down. And then let's do the other side. So take your other hand. I'm using, now it's in my left hand. Reach up, bend at the elbow. I'm going to take my right hand, touch that left elbow, and gently draw it up and back. And then reach up with my right hand, hold onto the belt, and just hold. Really feel this in like my tricep area, so the back of my arm, my shoulders for sure. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, you can release and let your arm come down, relax your shoulders. We're going to do one more stretch. We're going to use the belt. We're going to do a front bend. So I want your feet about hip distance apart, and you're going to hold onto the belt like this. So then from here, go ahead and bend forward and fold. You can soften your knees a little bit and then raise those hands up behind your back. And you can even stretch your arms wider if you like, and just hold. Good. And then release. You can just lower your arms. You can drop the belt to the floor and then reach over to one leg and stretch. Reach over to the other leg and stretch. Good. And come back to center. Go ahead and bring yourself right back up to standing. Okay. And then from here, feet about hip distance. Let's stretch back. You're going to support your back with your hands. Lift through the chest. Gently lean back. And then right back up to standing. All right. Good. Okay, feet closer together now. Back here. So either the toes can touch or be a couple of inches apart, arms slightly out to the side. Inhale, reach out and up. And stretch, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, go ahead and lean to one side. And inhale, come on up. Exhale over. Good. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And let's come right back up to center. Inhale, exhale as you fold. We'll do our front bend vinyasa. This is where you fold and then put the hands on the legs. Draw your chest forward and inhale. Then exhale, fold again. And inhale, reach and come all the way up. Stretch, and then hands come back to the heart. So vinyasa just means following the breath. Inhale, reach up. So it's like a flow of movement. Exhale as you fold. Hands on the legs, draw the chest forward. Inhale. And exhale. And then reach and come on up. And then back to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Hands on the legs, draw the chest forward, inhale. And exhale. And then reach and come on up. Back to the heart. So move at your own pace, follow your breath. And for the next few sequences, let's practice Nityananda, which means being in the moment. So just being fully aware, that's all, just present. Not caught up in the past or the future with thoughts. Present right here, right now. And when your mind wanders, you just bring it back. Just gently bring it back to the present. And let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to fold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. Exhale. And then reach and come on up. Good, and just pause for a moment. Relax. All right, feet about hip distance, hands on the hips. Inhale as you exhale, fold into your front bend. Go ahead and hang, sway a little bit from side to side. You can relax your back. And then from here, I'm going to have you come down into your squat. So go ahead and bring yourself down. Good. And then I want you to sit down. So carefully come down to the floor. I'm just going to adjust my camera. We're going to do some floor exercises, and I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. My tight little yoga space here. All right. Go ahead and rock your feet in and out. Okay. So let's start with, you know what, let's do the cradle first, and then we're going to go on to our backs, and we're going to do the triangle pose on our backs. Okay, so start by grabbing either leg, foot into your elbow, foot can also go into your hand, either one, and just rock and sit up nice and tall. One of my first yoga teachers, his name was Swami Vedabharati. I actually took yoga. I lived in Minnesota, and I took yoga from him in Minneapolis. He was a professor at the University of Minnesota, but he also had a little ashram in Minnesota, like where they would do yoga. And I remember him telling us, sit up nice and tall, because if you can be what did he say? Self-supportive with your strong spine, right? You'll learn to be self-supportive in life. I always thought that was kind of cool. So that's what we're doing. We're sitting up tall. All right, we're going to bring that leg in and hold for a moment, and then relax. Let's put that foot on your thigh and bounce your knee. So always standing tall, sitting tall. Yoga will help your body to be strong and balanced. And the other thing that I learned was that our Hatha yoga, what you're doing right now, was always to prepare the body so that you could sit quietly in meditation. So there was sort of this, I guess, additional purpose, if you will, not just to feel good, but to allow your body to be strong and supportive in that meditative state. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so from here, we're going to, some of you might leave the foot up here on the thigh. If your knee is pretty close to the floor or does touch the floor and that's comfortable, you can leave it there. Otherwise, put your foot on the inside. It'll feel better. Okay, now we're going to stretch forward towards our foot. And this is where, if you have your belt or towel, you can use this as well if you need it. But you're going to inhale, reach up,
Just stretch, exhale, lean forward, and you're going to be reaching for your foot. If you can reach the foot with your hand, you don't need the belt. But if you can't quite reach it, it can help to use the belt. Place it just kind of around the top of the foot, if you will, the pad of the foot, and then just hold and fold. And that just keeps your foot flexed. It really stretches that hamstring along the back. So just hold and breathe. And one more. Good. And relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up and just put the belt to the side, and let's do the other side. All right, so we're going to wrap that leg up and rock and sit up nice and tall. It's back and forth. Okay, let's stop the rocky movement. Gently pull your leg in and just hold for a moment. And relax. Go ahead and place that foot right across your upper leg and bounce the knee. All right, so you can leave the foot up on the thigh, or you can place it along the inside of your leg, just like this. And we're gonna reach forward. Some of you are using a belt, so you're gonna inhale and stretch. Exhale as you reach forward, wrap that belt around and just hold. And you can always have your belt handy, even if I don't mention it, or we don't focus on it in class, you can use it for your stretches and just relax. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up and just set that belt to the side and stretch your leg out. Okay. So I'm going to have us come down onto our backs and go this way for you. Have your belt handy. Check the time here. All right. Have your belt handy so it's next to you. Come on down and begin by pulling your knees in. I want you to relax your back. Whenever you lie down onto the floor, you should always come down like this, where you draw your knees in, and that way you're not going to strain your back. And the same thing before you get up from lying on your back, like on the floor, right? You should always pull your knees in first and relax your back. And just rock a little bit from side to side. Let's keep hugging those knees in. Hold on to your knees, but now make a big circle with your knees. So you're rolling them out away from you, and this massages down into that tailbone area. So the lower back, tailbone, and you can switch, change direction. Good, and then just place the feet down on your mat, hip distance apart, and we'll take this belt. We're gonna take the right leg, place the ball or the belt around the bottom of your foot and stretch your leg up. So it's another stretch for the hamstring, just like we did earlier. And then go ahead and stretch your opposite leg down onto the floor. Stretch that down. If you ever have a day where maybe your back is bothering you, you can certainly keep this knee bent. That takes off any pressure from the lower back. But if you're comfortable stretching it out, you'll get a better stretch. All right, so what we're going to do next is you're holding onto the belt. I'm using my right leg, my right hand, and I want you to extend your left arm out. So you're going to stretch it out. That'll be your counterbalance. Now, lower your foot a few inches. Don't hold it up straight or so high, I should say. I want your leg to be straight, but I want you to lower it a little bit. And now you're going to open that leg out to the right. You've got your belt to help you. Open it all the way out to the right. I can't tell. Nope, my foot went out of range. But my foot is touching. You want the small toe of your foot to touch the floor. And if it doesn't,
close your leg in a little bit. It just means you're too wide. You don't have to be doing the splits at the moment. You can close your leg in a little bit, but I do want you to get a really good stretch along the inner thigh muscle, the groin muscle right there, and just relax. You're also just kind of imagine that your left hip is being drawn towards the floor. So this is similar to doing a standing triangle pose, but I personally feel like I get more of a stretch doing it this way. Take a deep breath. And I want you to completely relax, like really relax. Relax your knee, relax your thigh. Good. All right, you've got that belt. Try to keep your legs straight, and you're going to use your right hand and the belt to bring your leg back up to center, right up to center. All right, now hold on to the belt with your left hand, your opposite hand. You're going to reach out with your right arm, so you're counterbalancing, and you're going to let this leg cross over you, all the way over to the other side. And ideally, that foot will come all the way down to the floor. Okay, now if this bothers your back, you can bend the knee if you need to, but ideally the leg is straight and you're using the belt to help you. Turn your head, look out towards your right hand, just like we do in our final spinal twist. Right? At the end of class, same thing. And I want you to relax. Breathe. You can even close your eyes if you like. Good. Let's use the belt. Bring your leg back up to center. All right. And then one more stretch. You can hold onto the belt with both hands. Raise your head and shoulders off the mat like you're bringing your head to your knee, and just stretch and relax. You can bend your knee, take the belt off, stretch your legs out, rock your feet in and out a few times. Relax those hips. Notice how you feel. You should feel different from one side to the other because we just stretched, right? Just stretch one side. So we're going to do the other side. Let's bend both knees. Place your feet on the mat. Okay, let's just start here for a moment. And take that belt. I'm doing the left leg, so put it around the bottom of your left foot. Extend that leg straight up. Try to straighten the leg. If you need to lower the heel a little bit to do that, go ahead. Stretch your right leg down onto the mat, onto the floor, and just hold. Good. Now, holding on to that belt, you're going to open your leg out to the left. I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm going to have to shift over. So you're not going to see my whole body, but I want you to open that leg all the way out to the side and let that leg come down to the floor. Oops. So let the leg go all the way out. Now, you can also close the leg in a little bit. You want to feel a stretch, but you do want to be able to get the foot to the floor. And again, imagine that that right hip is coming down to the floor, and just relax. Inhale and exhale deeply. All right, use that belt to bring that leg right up to center. Okay, and now you're going to cross that leg over you. So holding on to the belt with your opposite hand, lower that leg to the side. You want to extend your opposite arm. Your left arm should be stretched out. Lower that leg, let it come to the floor. Your left shoulder might come up a little bit. So turn your head, look out towards your left hand, and relax. And if it's a little too much for your back, just bend your knee. Okay. Good. Let's take that belt, bring your leg right back up to center, and hold on to the belt with both hands. Draw your head towards your knee and hold. And relax. Let your shoulders relax, bend your knees, stretch your leg all the way down onto your mat. And just rock your feet in and out. You can just put the belt to the side. Good. Let's do one more stretch on the back. We're going to bend both knees, feet on the mat, hip distance, arms by the side, and let's lift up into a bridge posture. And just hold. Keep the big toes firmly pressed into the mat. Inhale and exhale deeply. Inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly. And let's bring the knees back up into your chest and relax your back. Good. Stretch yourself all the way down into the floor now, into our Shavasana, our relaxation posture. Arms rest by your sides, palms facing upward. Close your eyes softly, take a deep breath. And just allow the floor to support your body. And just like at the beginning of class, we're just going to scan through the body, relaxing any tension. So begin by relaxing through the face and around your eyes. And relax your jaw. All the way down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through your shoulders, relax through the upper back and your chest and lungs, your heart center, down through the abdomen, through your lower back. Relax your hips, down your legs, through your feet, through your toes. Relax again through your toes and feet, the lower legs, knees and upper legs. Relax your hips and your abdomen and your lower back. And relax your heart center, your upper back, your chest and lungs, through the neck and throat. Relax through the face, all the way up through the top of your head.
And now slowly take a deep breath. And start to bring your awareness back by moving your fingers, moving your toes. A nice way to come out of your relaxation is to do the palming exercise, where you take your hands, rub them together, make them warm. And then just place those warm hands over your eyes and block out all the light. And then open your eyes into your palms. Relax your gaze. And then when your eyes start to relax, you can slowly take the hands away. Focus on your hands for a moment. And then let your hands come down again. All right. So if you're on the floor in lying on your back, go ahead and draw your knees in and gently come up to a seated posture. And we'll end the Hatha Yoga part of our class. So just bring the hands to the heart for a moment. The eyes are open. Namaste. All right. Those of you that are getting ready for your day, I just hope you have a really great day, that it's peaceful. And just remember to take some deep breaths throughout the day. And those of you that want to stay and do some pranayama and about 15 minutes of breathing and meditation, feel free to stay. I'll also post this video. I do that. I post all of these yoga sessions on the Candace Rose Yoga YouTube. So if you just go on YouTube and put in Candace Rose Yoga, you'll see all of these classes. All right, so if you're going to stay and sit for a little bit, go ahead and use a pillow, blanket, or you can sit in a chair, whatever works for your hips and your back. The most important thing, again, is that you're sitting up nice and tall, and you want to be able to take a nice deep breath. All right, and we also want the shoulders to be back and relaxed. The reason that we sit to meditate and don't lie down, so there's a difference. The relaxation is lying down, and hopefully it puts you to sleep, right? You hope at the end of the day, you can relax and go to sleep. But we want to sit to meditate because we don't want to drift into sleep. We actually want to go into a nice deep state of relaxation, but maintain sort of that awareness, if you will, of sitting, of breathing, of being in the moment. And then that can also be very energizing, centering, focusing for the day, right? It can be a great way to start your day. It can also be a nice way to wrap down from the day. So I do recommend that you take about 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening to do a seated meditation. One technique I learned was to don't brush your teeth until you've meditated, because you'll never forget to brush your teeth. Well, maybe with COVID, we forget to brush our teeth, but that might be a good exercise to get you in the habit. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the alternate nostril breath. We'll do one round, and one round is where you breathe 3 times in and out in one direction, 3 times in and out in the other direction, and I will talk you through it. So the mudra, or the hand position, if you will, the thumb will be pressing against the right nostril. You can tuck those first 2 fingers in if you like. And then you use the ring finger to press the left nostril. So really all we're doing is closing one nostril at a time. And this is a yoga, I don't know if you can see it in a yoga mudra or hand symbol. You don't have to do this. You can do the thumb, and you can do the inside of the pointer finger, just like this. Whatever feels comfortable for your hand, okay? So go ahead and close your eyes. I'll talk you through this. Inhale. And now with your exhale, I want you to close that left nostril with your finger and exhale through the right. Close the right nostril and inhale through the left. Close the left one, exhale right. Close the right nostril, inhale left. Close the left nostril, exhale right. close the right nostril, inhale left. And now exhale through the left nostril. Close it and inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. And inhale through the right. And now let your hand come down and breathe evenly through both nostrils. And I just want you to notice how you feel. Notice the cool, dry air of your inhale, the warm, moist air of your exhale. Breathing in and out evenly through both nostrils. And now just count to yourself the length of your inhale. Count again the length of your exhale. Start to even out your breath. Your eyes are closed softly. And if it's comfortable for you, you can let your gaze go upward to that point between your eyebrows. So eyes are closed, your gaze goes upward. Continue with the counting until it just feels comfortable to just sit. Perhaps you can focus on the sound of a fan or just the quiet in the home. And when the thoughts come up and your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breathing and back to the counting. Let the thoughts go by just like clouds in the sky, just let them pass. Don't follow the thoughts, just allow them to be and come back to the breath.